I'm on page 444, and we're going to talk quickly about upwelling. Upwelling is a phenomenon where we have cold, nutrient-rich water from the deep ocean rising to the surface. Okay. In some cases, for instance, on the northwest coast of South America, the west coast of North America, winds cause warm surface currents to move away from the shore. And as that warm water moves away from the shore, it is replaced by cold water that's nutrient rich because it's coming up from the bottom of the ocean. And that is what upwelling is. Okay? That deep water contains nutrients, iron, nitrates, things like that. And upwelling is extremely important to ocean life because those nutrients help to support the growth of phytoplankton and zooplankton. Remember, phytoplankton and zooplankton are teeny tiny little plants and animals that basically are the beginning of the food chain. Okay? All right. Down here, it gives you a couple of little examples about why upwelling is important. For instance, the livelihood of these Peruvian fishermen depends on upwelling. They are fishing in an area where upwelling brings nutrients that support thriving fish populations. Okay? On the coast of California, upwelling supports large kelp forests. Kelp is a variety of seaweed. Okay? Page 446, we're going to talk about what ocean currents transport. Okay? Ocean water circulates through all of Earth's ocean basins, and the paths are like the main highway on which ocean water flows. So you have these giant circulations of flowing ocean water. Okay? And so water gets transported with ocean currents, but also dissolved solids, dissolved gases, and heat energy is redistributed using ocean currents. Okay? So, the two things that ocean currents transport. One of them, ocean currents transport energy. Global ocean circulation is very important in the transport of energy in the form of heat. Remember that near the equator, the ocean is going to absorb a large amount of solar energy because near the equator we have more direct sunlight and longer days typically. And so we have more incoming solar radiation from the sun, absorbed at the equator. So we have a surplus of heat energy at the equator, meaning extra, and we have basically a deficit of heat energy towards the poles, meaning that there's a shortage. And so the ocean absorbs energy from the atmosphere, from the sun, and ocean currents can help carry this energy from the equator towards the poles. Okay, that warm water travels to cooler areas. The energy can be released back into the atmosphere as part of the cooling process. And so, ocean circulation also has an important influence on the Earth's climate as a whole. Okay? For example, in the Pacific, surface currents transport energy from the tropics to latitudes both above and below the equator. Okay? So you're having warm water carried towards the poles to redistribute that heat. Okay, so ocean currents transport energy, but ocean currents also transport matter. Okay, and that means just whatever is contained in the water. A lot of it is dissolved in ocean water, for instance, salt, okay, other nutrients, nitrogen, phosphorus, things like that. Ocean water also transports gases. Okay, gases in the atmosphere are absorbed by ocean water at the ocean's surface. And as a result, the most abundant gases in the atmosphere, which is nitrogen, oxygen, argon, and carbon dioxide, they're also the most abundant gases that are dissolved in the ocean. Okay. Dissolved oxygen and carbon dioxide are necessary for the survival of many marine organisms. So when we transport oxygen and carbon dioxide through ocean currents, we're helping to redistribute those needed items so that marine organisms are able to thrive. Okay, so ocean currents, remember they're set up by differences in heating. Okay, we have large convection currents, but what do ocean currents transport? They transport energy and they transport matter. Okay, let's go back just real quickly to page 445. And 445 gives you a, hey, why does this matter? Okay, ocean currents help to redistribute all sorts of things, not only just heat and nutrients, but ocean currents can transport coconuts floating in the sea. Sea turtles use ocean currents. Phytoplankton, zooplankton, they all get circulated because basically they're getting a free ride on an ocean current. That's what they're using as their transport. All right. At this point, you should be able to go back through the lesson and answer the questions, as well as answering the questions in the lesson review.